I went down to the subway. The time was about 11. As usual, there was a lot of work at work on Friday, which is why I came home so late. Very tired, I entered the last carriage, paying no attention to anyone. I sat down on an empty seat and screwed the headphones to almost full volume and closed my eyes. It was good to go along one branch, touch to the very end. Apparently, I dozed off and I woke up from the silence. You know when the train stops. Suddenly there is such an unusual silence in the car. I opened my eyes and looked around. Damn. Thought it really taking to the depot. I was the only one in the car. But when I looked into the outer car and calmed down, a company was sitting very and discussing something cheerful. The train accelerated to its usual speed and I finally calmed down. But when a song passed, followed by another, I knew what we had a long transfer between stations on the line. But it was only 2.5 minutes. But soon lasted at least 3, and the train kept moving at the same speed. I went to the glass between the cars and looked at the company from the front car. But we looked calm. Something about them seemed strange to me. There were 3 of them, 2 girls and a guy. One of the girls was sitting with her back to me, facing the others. Suddenly, I realized what I was confused. This girl, sitting with her back, moved her hand rhythmically. Every 15 seconds, she raised and twisted her hand, explaining something and lowered it again, like a wound mechanism, to the nearest seconds. When I noticed was some pattern in a guy, he nodded his head with the same frequency. I knocked on them, but were as usual, and did with some action at regular intervals.
I like trains.
Came a voice from behind. I was struck by the cold. I overpowering myself, turned around. Near one of the doors stood a boy, about 6 years old, and looked out the window. "Who are you?" I barely squeezed out, being absolutely sure what a minute ago, where there was no one in the car.
Alexei.
He introduced himself seriously, looking at me with green eyes. When we turned to the window, it stared in fascination. "Why are you alone? Where are your parents?" asked a question.
My parents left without me.
He signed.
My mother was crying, but we couldn't take me away, probably because I did.
He signed again. I did not have time to realize what he said as the boy continued. "The station is coming soon, and I was still right." He looked at me and smiled.
I really liked to ride the subway and the train to my grandmother.
Suddenly I wake up sitting in a crowded carriage. I got up giving way to some lady, and all the way home it stood looking at the people crowded around me. When I got home, I powered myself some hot tea and surfed the internet. I spent a silent hour entering requests for the name of the station, how near the station, until finally one of the newsfeed I found a mention of a day the boy ride in the subway train car. On the hall between station and on the side of the article was the pictures of a boy. Yes, Alexei looked at me from the monitor screen. Since when I have not been able to fall asleep in the subway, and driving along the stretch between was a station, I always remember a boy with green eyes who loves to ride trains.